Justice Samuel Alito argues in his now notorious leaked draft opinion that Roe v. Wade should be overturned because the right to an abortion is not explicitly mentioned in the United States Constitution. He's right. It isn't. You know what else isn't in the Constitution, by the way? The number 9. Nowhere in that document does it stipulate the number of Supreme Court justices. The number of judges who are meant to serve on the Supreme Court bench at any given time should be 9. Now, I know any mention of so-called Supreme Court expansion, so-called court packing, is often met with an outcry from even liberal politicians and pundits. But the truth is, changing the number of justices on the bench is not out of the historical norm. According to the Supreme Court's own website, the number changed 6 times before settling at 9 in 1869. So who decides the size of the Supreme Court? Congress, not the Constitution. It doesn't even require a constitutional amendment to change the size of the court. And if you're going to argue that Democrats shouldn't expand the court now because Republicans will follow suit when they have Congress under control, don't forget, they already have changed the size of the court. Republicans showed no respect for that 9-justice precedent when they launched an 11-month blockade of Merrick Garland's nomination in 2016. They kept the court at 8 justices, not 9, for almost a year. Senator Ted Cruz, in fact, defended that move at the time, noting a, quote, long historical precedent for a Supreme Court with fewer justices. Don't you hate agreeing with Ted Cruz? Minority Leader Mitch McConnell is saying right now that he will not commit to any hearings for a Biden Supreme Court pick if Republicans retake the Senate. They have no respect for Supreme Court precedent. Here's the thing. This isn't about expanding the court either. It's about rebalancing an institution that, as we've seen in recent days and weeks, is in desperate need of reform. Sarah Bryan mentioned the polling that shows how unpopular the court is right now, how lacking in confidence it is, and Thomas knows that, other conservative justices know that. And yet, if you mention court expansion, Democrats run away. Democrats say, no, we can't do this. It's too controversial, it's too out there, it's too unpopular. And if we do it, they'll do it, and the court will end up with 75 justices. What do you say to those Democrats?
You know, I'm not really interested in people who don't have a solution to the current crisis that we're in, saying that expansion is too hard, right? You know, if there is an easier solution to fix the situation with the Supreme Court, I would love to hear it. But there's not, because it doesn't exist. And so what people should be doing who really care about the crisis in abortion access right now and the crisis being caused by these unelected extremists on the Supreme Court, they should be helping us figure out, how do we get over these hurdles? How do we move expansion forward? Because that's the solution that the American people need.
Sarah, one last quick question, 30 seconds left. Republicans have spent 50 years playing a long game, getting the people that they wanted onto the court. Democrats kind of dropped the ball. Is that changing in the party, at least at a base level from your activism? Do you find that attitudes are changing now?
I think activists all over the country, people all over the country, are really coming to understand just how out of control this right-wing Supreme Court is, and they don't want it in their lives. They don't want to be beholden to the whims of 5 unelected extremists. And so the support for this movement is growing all over the country, all the more so with each extreme, abhorrent action that this court is taking. And I really think we're going to get this done.
Unelected extremists is a good phrase, especially since, 4 of them were appointed by presidents who didn't even win the popular vote. Brian Fallon and Sarah Lipton-Lubet, thank you so much for your time and analysis. Appreciate it.